Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be continuing my series of short videos about sound design and gaming, this time focusing on Pikmin 3 Deluxe. A little about me, my name is Ryan, I'm a sound designer and composer from Glasgow working under the name The Giant Peach, because I am a giant peach. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is my first proper encounter with anything Pikmin related outside of Smash Bros, and yeah, I pre-ordered it. I got the microfiber cloth and coffee cup that for some reason came with the pre-order, which I love, and I have no regrets about having bought this game on day one. I missed out a lot on the older games. The first one didn't really appeal to me much as a kid, because I just didn't understand a lot of what it was about, and just seeing it in game magazines at the time wasn't quite enough to get me hooked. Honestly, the first time that I heard and properly listened to the Pikmin music was through Smash Bros Ultimate, and of course the same goes for my first time hearing the sounds of the actual Pikmin themselves. And it's the sound of the Pikmin themselves that I'll be recreating today. After a lot of trial and error, I realised that creating the Pikmin voices is a lot simpler than I was making it for myself. Therefore, the actual Ableton breakdown in this episode will be a lot shorter than usual. Before getting too deep into audio design, I want to briefly touch on the composing in this game. The music is interactive. And what I mean by having interactive music, I mean that the soundtrack can dynamically change depending on what the player is doing or where the player is. In gaming, this isn't necessarily rare, and it has been around for quite some time, such as in Banjo-Kazooie. When you submerge underwater, the music changes to this kind of marimba solo version of the track, like this. Or in Mario Sunshine when you ride on Yoshi and there's this new percussion accompaniment to whatever theme is playing at that time. But in the Pikmin games it's a lot more subtle than this. The closer you get to an enemy, the music will bring in more hectic elements using percussive instruments, subconsciously making the player feel hurried and in danger under threat of attack. And here's an example of that here. The Pikmin represent something that I personally would hate to have the job of designing audio for. To create a sound as unique to what these little guys are and have it be able to be on loop as you throw every tiny Pikmin at enemies and objects without it getting irritating. Well, that's where I went wrong at first. See, I grabbed some dog toys out of the wee sound design toolbox I've got and tried squeaking them loads of times and combining them, pitching them, just adding lots of effects. But then it hit home after doing a bit more research and just playing the game. Pikmin voices are just human voices. They're faster, they're higher pitched, which means we could likely make any voice sound relatively Pikmin-like.
Excellent.
So for an example of that, here's Mario's Wahoo sound.
Yahoo!
And here is if he was a Pikmin. So now I'll show you enabling my voice becoming a Pikmin voice. I try not to seem overly enthusiastic in the recording of my voice just to show how much character doing something as simple as adjusting pitch and speed can change the tone of voice to something much happier. So here we are in my Ableton project, and I'm going to show you how I made my voice into the sound of a Pikmin sort of thing. So first off here, there's only really two parts, so I'll just show you my voice making the sounds that I'm going to then turn into the Pikmin.
Ooh, woohoo, 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 yeah, woo.
So it's nothing special. I'm by no means a voice actor, but I wanted it to sound quite unenthusiastic so that I can show how well the process works of just speeding it up and pitching it, making a higher pitch, and it suddenly sounds a hell of a lot more bouncy and fun. So after taking my voice and pitching it up one full octave, that was all I done. Here's what it came out sounding like.
Woo! 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 Yeah! Woo!
So again, for comparison, I'm going to play my voice again and then the Pikmin voice straight after it.
Ooh, woohoo, 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 yeah, woo.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I think the main thing that I learned from trying to do so many complex things that just were not working out for me is that sometimes the simplest answer is definitely the best answer in sound design. Goes for a lot of things, of course, but in this particular scenario, it took me much longer to figure that out than it should have. But let's have a look at that in context. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like Pikmin. Just want to say thank you very much for watching my video. Feel free to check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. I hope to become more regular in my uploads, probably starting at regular one a month, hopefully one every 2 weeks, and eventually one every week. I plan to cover a wide variety of games in future videos, discussing both composing and sound design in said games. If you like what you've seen here today, then please drop a like and subscribe, as it does mean quite a lot. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.